Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Data Shots. In this video, we're going to look at how to detect missing values using Python. I'm using Jupyter Notebook here, detecting missing values. Identifying missing values is one of the crucial steps in data pre-processing. Now, 80% of data scientists spend their time on data wrangling or pre-processing activities, leaving only 20% for actual model preparation. Now, there are many ways data can end up with missing values, like when improper data is collected, or when mistakes are made in data entry, or when someone being surveyed may choose not to share few information like income. So missing values need to be handled because they reduce the quality of the metrics. Now there are methods to treat missing values. A simple option is to drop columns with missing values, but a better option is imputation. So let's start. I'm going to first import OS to interact with the operating system. For better location of file directory, os.change directory, give the path name. For changing my current directory to desktop, then I'll import Pandas library for data manipulation. Import Pandas as PD. Now let's read the file. pd.read underscore csv, and the file name is Titanic. So the data set that I'm going to use is Titanic data set, and I'm going to assign it to df. Now print df. This data set has variables like p class, survived, name to homedest. Let me check if homedest is the last variable. Yes, homedest is the last variable. Let's look at the shape of this data set now. df.shape. Now shape represents the dimensionality of data set or data frame. So this data set has 1309 observations with 14 columns. If you want to have a look at the top 5 entries or 10 entries, you can use df.head. This function will print by default first 5 entries. As you can see here, top 5 entries. Now if you want top 15 or 7 entries, you can simply enter a value inside this braces. So here they are top 15 or top 3, whatever the case may be. Now let's look at the summary of the data. df.info. Through this summary, you can detect the missing values in the column of data frame. As you can see here, there are 1309 entries. But when you look here, age has only 1046 entries. That means there are few data points that are missed. Now cabin has only 259 entries. A large amount of data is missed in cabin variable. Likewise, in embarked, 2 data points are missed. Boat has only 486. Large amount of data is missed. In body, data points are missed. In home desk, data points are missed. Now there is another way to check if there are missing values in a data set. That is df dot is null dot values dot any. This function returns a boolean value as true if there are missing values in data frame, false when there are no missing values in data frame. In this data set, it is true as there are missing values. Now to find out the total count of missing values, the function is df dot is null of dot sum of dot sum. This returns the total count of missing values. So in this Titanic data set, there are 3,855 missed values. Now to identify missing values column wise, use function df dot is null of dot sum of. This returns the column wise missed values. So age has 263 missing values, cabin, body, boat and home desk has a large amount of missed values, as you can see here, 546, 823, 1188. So double sum of returns the total missed values and single sum returns the column wise missed values. Now theoretically 25 to 30% is the max missing values accepted. Beyond this percentage we can drop the variables, but there is a disclaimer to be remembered. It depends upon the data set. If important columns need to be dropped, request business to provide a new data set. So dropping column is completely subjective. So let us find out the percentage of missed values in data set. That is tf dot is null of dot sum of divided by length of df. So here is the percentage. So I am rounding off these percentage for better clarity. So let's round off this. Tf dot is null of dot mean of round of 4 into 100. Now 20% or less than 20% of data missed, I'm gonna retain that data, and one beyond 20% missed data, I'm gonna drop it. So as you can see here, age has 20% of data, so I'm gonna retain it. Fair has only 0.08% of data, only less amount of data is missed in fair, so I'm gonna retain it. Here I'm gonna retain meaning I'm gonna impute it with a mean or mode. Cabin has 77% of data missed, so I'm going to drop this column. Likewise, I'm going to drop boat, body and home desk. So before dropping this column, let's visualize this using a heap map. So I'm using Seaborn here. You can also use matplotlib. Import Seaborn as sns dot heat map of df dot is null. As you can see here, the color black is where the data is not missed, and one with this color cream is missed data. For variables like boat, body, home test, cabin, I see large amount of data missed. But for age, fare and embark, I see a low missing data. So let's drop the column with high amount of missing data. I'm going to directly drop it and I'm going to assign it to df. df equal to df dot drop of labels, the column names which I'm going to drop: body, boat, home desk, and there's one more which is cabin. Axis equal to 1. Here axis equal to 1 represent column and axis equal to 0 represents row. By default it is axis equal to 0. So it is important to add axis equal to 1 here as we are dropping the columns. Oh, there's an error here. Home desk not found. So I have to, so it's dot not underscore. I have added underscore here. Home desk. Yeah. So the columns with highest missing values has been dropped. Now if you check the dimensions of a data, df.shape, there are 1309 observation with 10 variables, as we have dropped this 4 variables. If you check the previous shape, it is 14 columns, because now we dropped it, it's only 10 columns. So now let's impute the remaining missing value columns. Imputation. So here a point to be noted, if a column is numeric, impute or replace the missing value with mean of its column. If it is categorical, import with mode of its column. Obviously, because you can't find average of a categorical variable, so you have to impute it with mode. So let's find the mean or mode depending upon the column type. So let's start with age. Because age is numeric in nature, we have to first find the mean of age. So df dot age of mean underscore age. So mean of age is 29.88. So let's fill in the missing value in age column with 29.88. df of age dot fill na of, you can directly add 29.88 here or the assigned value mean underscore age in place equal to true. Now what is this in place equal to true? This tells the data frame to update the original string rather than creating a new one. So likewise, find the we'll find the mean value of fair now. Mean underscore fair equal to df dot fair of mean underscore fair. Now the mean of fair is 33.30. So let's fill in this with the mean of fair value. Fill NA with mean of fair in place equal to true. Now we are left with embarked to be filled in. As embarked is categorical variable, we need to replace it with mode. df dot embarked dot value dot counts. If you see here, there is an error here because this should be underscore not count, and this should be counts. As you see here, embarked has three categories, which is S, C and Q. S meaning here survived, and the majority classes S here with 914 S categories. So now let us find the mode of it. Mode is the most recurring value in the column. Finding mode would also result the value S. Mode underscore embarked equal to df dot embarked dot mode of. Mode underscore embarked. See, as I mentioned, S is the most recurring value. So we have to replace or fill in the missing values of embarked with S, meaning survived in this data set. df dot embarked equal to df dot embarked dot fill na of with value S here in place equal to true. So now you can recheck if there are any missing values. To recheck this, the function is df, the same function which we used previously, df dot is null dot values dot any. Now this should return false here because we have imputed all the missing values with mode or with mean, right? So this should display false here. So this is false. So now there are no missing values in data set. Let us look at the info. df dot info of. As you can see here, total entries are 13, not 9 in all the columns. So there are no missing values. Let us also look it in a graphical format using Seaborn. So as you can see here, there are no missing values. Everything is clean here. So this is how you can handle the missing values in data set to improve the quality of the data. Thank you.